Hi, welcome to Ozie Couture. It is my pleasure, as always, to have you here, and I thank God for the gift of life. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to cut a female female trouser, and I'm sure you're going to like this because this is the best pattern you're going to be seeing on the internet. So let's dive straight into it. So the first measurement we're going to get is all our vertical measurement from the waist to the hip is about 8 or 9 inches. Now from the waist to the crouch is to get the crouch measurement, get the hip measurement, divide it by 4 and add 1.5 or 2 inch. That's how to get the crouch length. So for this client, my client, she's a hip measurement of 39 inches. I added 1 for ease. That made it 40 inches. So I'm going to divide that by 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. I added 1.5 because she's slim. 1.5. So that's 11.5 for the crouch length, and her kneel is from the waist to her kneel is 21 inches, and the full length is 41 inch. So let's go straight into it. Now, if you've not subscribed, I beg you to please hit the subscribe button to subscribe. If you're seeing this video on Facebook, please follow this page for more free sewing tutorials. So now to begin with, you're going to be working as a guide with the hip measurement divided by 4. That's the first measurement we're going to be putting on this pattern. Hip measurement of 40 inch divided by 4 will give me 10 plus half for joining it at the front side. Are you getting me? So I'm measuring 10.5, and I'm going to go ahead and connect it with a straight ruler from the waist to the crouch line. Connect your lines like so. Watch what I'm doing. Now, on this crouch line, you're going to put your flap measurement. If you don't know how to take basic trouser measurement, I have a video on how to take full body measurement. Please go down and see it. Now, the flap is one of the lap, one of the thigh. So you measure the place that is closest to the buttocks. Here you get. So for this client, she is a flap measurement of 24 inches. You're going to be dividing that by 2. 24 divided by 2 is going to give me 12 inches, and I'll go ahead and put it here. 12 inches. Put it at the crouch line. Now you go to the waist area and put your tape rule from the waist to the crouch. Locate the midpoint. Now locate the midpoint and put a mark on it. Go to the waist area, the toppest part of the waist, and go in by 1 inch. Look at what I'm doing. So go in by 1 inch. This is a guard, and then you connect the lines. Connect the lines. Watch and see how I'm going to connect the lines from the crouch. That's the flap area at the crouch. Are you getting me? I connect it to the midpoint, and I connect it to the waist area. Now on the waist, put your waist measurement. Now this her waist measurement is 26 inches. You're going to be dividing that by 4. 26 divided by 4 is going to give me 6.5, and I've added that. Now this pint is not going to be having that at the front at all. We're not going to be using that at the front. Now don't just tell me it's not going to come out nice. Please do it first. Are you getting me? And come back and thank me. So this is me connecting the line of the crouch line. Okay, so please, if you're still watching, do me the favor to subscribe. Now I'm begging you, I'm begging you in the name of God, just subscribe, like, share. If you have a comment, ask. If you have a question, ask at the comment section, and I'm going to reply you. So let's connect the lines. So I'm going to be connecting the line from the waist area to the hip. Sure you get from the waist. So I want to rule a line for the hip area to make it clear. Now that line is not straight. I'm going to rule that again to make it straight. Now I've ruled the line again to make it straight, and I'm going to connect it from my waist measurement to the hip measurement with the hip curve. Sorry, the ruler fell down, so I'm going to just pick it up and I'll connect it. Okay, so that's it about that. So the next measurement I'm going to be taking is the measurement on the knee. So I'll go straight to the knee, measure one of your client's leg at the knee area. Please don't make it tight. Let it be free, but not too free if it is going to be a straight point. So I decided to hold the papers down so that it stops flipping up. Okay, so now I had so on this on the from this measurement of the flap, we're going to locate the midpoint. Are you getting me? The midpoint of the flap. That's I want the center of the leg. I want to give a mark for the center of the leg. So what we have here is 12 and a half. So 12 and a half, we're going to look for the midpoint, which is going to be giving us about 6 and quarter. So I'm going to be imputing the measurement 6 and quarter from that crouch line to the hem line. That's what I'm going to be doing. And by the time I'm done, I'm going to connect that with a straight line. Now, this will also serve as a guide. Please make sure to put this line. Just measure the flap and divide it by 2. This line is just the center of the front point. The center of the front point. Sure you get. Just follow me. Look at what I'm doing. So you see, I've ruled a line. Now on this line, I'm going to be imputing my measurement half. Half at this side, half at the other side. Half right, half left. So that's it. So that's where I'm going to impute the measurement. Now I'm seeing that this line that connects the waist to the hip that is not straight. So is not curved. I think it's a little bit too straight. So I want to go up and use my hip curve and curve it very well before we continue. Now I'm going to impute the measurement of my round nail. She's a measurement of round nail of 17 inches. I'm going to divide that by 2. 17 divided by 2. 17 divided by 2 is 8.5 inch. And I'm going to be adding ½ inch for sewing. So it is going to give me 9 inch. That means 4.5 on each of the side. 4.5 on each of the side. That's what I'm trying to show you. A round new measurement of 17 divided by 2 is 8.5 plus ½ inch. That's 9. I'm going to be imputing it 4.5 on each side from the knee. Make no mistakes. I want your pint to come out the way mine comes out. So I have added my 4.5 on both sides, and I want to be sure that I added the 4.5 complete. So, and I'm going to go ahead and connect. Please, if you're still watching, do me the favor to subscribe to this channel. Please, I'm begging you, in the name of God, please subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. If you have a question, ask me. So the next measurement we're going to be putting is the measurement of the ankle. I think there's a standard measurement of 14 inches, but you can use 13 depending on your client. So for this project, I used 14 inches. So 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7 inch. So I'm going to be adding 3.5 on each side. That's 7 divided by 2 again is going to give me 3.5 but on each side. Locate the midpoint from the hem to the knee. Locate the midpoint. Make sure to do that. The point has to be straight from the hem to the knee. Shey you get me? So to do that, on this midpoint now, are you getting me? Rule a straight line, 3.5 to the hem line. You see the way I'm doing it? Are you getting me? 3.5, it has to come up to halfway, and then you connect it with your deep. I'm not going to use this ruler. I'm going to use the trouser cutter, the main hip curve, because of the because it is deeper inside. Like, did you see that line? So that's what is best. Don't mind my own that is old already. You know, I used to forget to buy when I get to the market. So, Ula, your pint is ready. Did you see that shape? That's how it came out, like so nice. So nice. Now for the back point, the first thing we're going to do is to trace out the lines with the front pattern so that it is carrying the front part, the lines of the trace part on the back pattern too. So I've traced it out. You can see that. Now we're going to add a sewing allowance of 2 inches. Are you getting me? 2 inches sewing allowance. That's the sewing allowance for the pint. It will give us half inch joining on each of the side. On the waist area, I'm going to be adding 3 inches. Did you see that 3 inches? Are you getting me? On the waist area, that's 2 for sewing and 1 for that. And then on that line, you're going to go ahead and add your waist measurement of 6.5 inch. Here you get 6.5 inch. Okay, 7 inch because we added half inch for sewing allowance at the front. The only sewing allowance on the front pattern is half inch. Here you get, and it is to join the center front. It is to join the center front. All the sewing allowance for the sides are on the back. I added 2 inch sewing allowance at the back. It is for joining the point by the side, half inch. A trouser should not be more than half inch joining allowance, at most 1 inch. So I've transferred the lines and I'm going to connect my lines. Let me connect with my hip curve. So I'm going to roll the line to meet the crouch from the crouch line to the waist area. Just watch what I'm doing. If there's anything you don't understand, you can ask me at the comment section. Connect it like so. That's 2 inch, 3 inch on the waist area. 3 inch at the waist. Are you getting me? I added 3 at the waist. Now when you get to the hip, it should be 2. 2 at the hip, 2 at the crouch, 2 to the hem. But at the waist area, it is 3 inches. 2 for sewing allowance, 1 for that allowance. I'm going to go ahead and hold it down. Now let me be double sure that it is 2 inches sewing allowance. So I'm going to be marking them 2 inch all through from the hip area down to the hem. 2 inch. 2 inch. I'm going to be holding it down. Please, if you're still watching, don't forget to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. Please, 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 have you done that? Please, just support me. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much and God bless you. So I'm going to connect my lines and I'll cut. That's it. Your female pint trouser is ready. I'm going to cut it out and you're going to see how lovely it looks. Just make sure it is 2. Take your time, make sure it is 2 inch. If you're going to be sewing with half inch, I advise you sew with half inch. Here you get. So that you just add 2 inch for sewing allowance. Half on each side. Just give it a try. You're going to come back and thank me. If there's any measurement you still do not understand how to divide, you can ask me. I'm going to be adding a 1/2 inch zipper allowance. You know there's already 1/2 inch sewing allowance there. So by the time I add another 1/2 inch, it's going to give me 1 inch zipper allowance. I'm going to be adding that from the waist down to the hip area. So that's my zipper allowance. I'm adding it at the back. Like I said, it's going to be having a back zipper. And I'll go ahead and cut. Please turn on the notifications so that when I drop a new video, you'll be notified. Turn on notifications. I drop video here every 2 days. Every 2 days, I drop videos here. I'm back to creating content. Some of you are saying, hey, you've not been consistent. Don't worry. You're going to see my consistency from now on. Every 2 days, I'm going to be dropping video. Like at least 2 times in a week, I'll drop videos here, showing tutorials that is well detailed. My videos are always well detailed. So that's it. Your front and your back trousers. Thank you very much. So I'm going to be doing the video on how to put the pocket. I'm going to be uploading video on how to put the pocket because this video is already too long. Shey you get? It is already too long. You can gift me data, na data na dey hold me. So if you find this helpful, please gift me data. Thank you very much. So this is our back and front pattern for the trouser. Now note that all the zip allowance is in this point trouser. So you just transfer into your fabric